do when life doesn't go to plan? But then again, why even have a plan to begin with? Nah, I'm just joking. I want to shed some positivity, some light, some hope to people who's feeling like, shit didn't work out and, we're just looking for some assurance that shit will be alright, things will be happy, things will be okay. And I'm going to try and do this without any anecdotes or examples. I'm just going to talk about my thoughts, I don't want to say like, yeah, Einstein fucking failed grade 3 and then, you know what, he somehow made it into being Einstein because he didn't give up. Nah, fuck that. What I'm trying to say is, think about it this way. Nah, you went about being brave, going into life. You decided to ask someone out, or you decided to get into a relationship and it was going well, or you went ahead, you took a job and it was great for a while, and then they broke up with you, or they fired your ass, or shit didn't work out and it all came crashing down and it was quite catastrophic, and now you have to deal with, the aftermath, the debt, or the embarrassment, or that black stain on your CV, or whatever the fuck else you have to deal with. And you're sitting there and you're looking at life like, fuck me. Where did it all go wrong? What can I do? I'm fucking cooked. And I'm gonna say, nah, fuck that, bro. Fuck that. This is how I want you to look at it. I want you to frame it in this way. That you are doing what you were meant to do. Out there doing your best, trying your best. As always, that's what we do as people. We try our best. And shit didn't work out. That's natural, perfectly, typically normal, behavior that we expect. Because life often goes south more often than shit works out. But I want you to have some nuance with this. I want you to think about something that you probably weren't even paying attention to in the long run. What have you gained? What have you learned? What has this experience taught you? I think it's taught. Yeah, taught you. And it's a thing that oftentimes we can forget to reflect on. We can just go about doing our things, trying to level up, trying to get to the end goal, not realizing how much is this experience changing me? And even the loss of that experience. What does it now change you? How does it now change your perspective, your view on things, on the world? It creates a new appreciation for certain shit. It puts things into perspective. And I feel like the best lessons in life are taught to us via things going wrong, things burning up in flames. If ever you really want to know the value of insurance, fucking watch your house burn down. If ever you wanted to learn the value of education, go try and work retail. And then you realize like, fuck, I should have probably paid attention a bit more in school, All these types of shit. It teaches us a lesson. And now, we're coming out with experience, with new knowledge, a different perspective on the world. And if we made it work before, we got there far before, what's stopping us from trying again and maybe succeeding this time? Because what does it take to succeed? I think more often than not, it's just about luck. Because sometimes you'll find like the most shittiest people or most incompetent people in a great position. And you wonder, how the fuck did this person ever get here? And it's because they tried, Yes, some people get there via shady reasons, but for the most of it, some people, they thought like they deserve it. They put their CV out there. They put themselves out there to the world. And someone saw something in them and they gave them the opportunity. Or they were able to start something and eventually get good at something. But when things don't go our way, it's not a reason to give up and, get mad at the world and be like, fuck, nothing ever goes my way, nothing ever works out, because you're going to accomplish nothing from their mindset. What you need to do is reflect, think what you've learned. How can I turn this fuck up into something that can empower me? Because also, for example, let's say you want to put something on your CV that didn't work out. Like maybe you tried something, you tried a business, it didn't work out. So you'd obviously want to put it off your CV, but it's leaving a gap in your life. Rather have that on your CV. Rather articulate to whoever's going to read the CV what you've learned from that experience. Because I think also one of the best ways to make a business successful is knowing what will make it unsuccessful. Because if you tank the business, you already know what mistakes not to make in the future. But if a business was operating successfully, it could be potentially only via luck, where that skills can't translate anywhere else. It's just some food for thought, I feel like we need to stop being so hard on ourselves. Obviously, we have to hold ourselves to a certain standard. We have to be and operate in a certain way that brings about excellence. Because if you're trying to live a great life, you can only really accomplish it via excellence. But we shouldn't hold ourselves to a harsh standard where it doesn't leave room for mistakes or fucking errors or trials. Because the thing of trial by error is trial and error. Is you learn. You learn what works, what doesn't work. And it gives you a different level of experience that someone who's taught only what works doesn't get, because you get an appreciation for what works, but you also learn and understand how far you can push the boundary before you actually break something, before you break the whole system. Because sometimes when you operate in a relationship, you operate in business, you operate as an employee, you operate as whatever. Sometimes you need to push that envelope. You need to tiptoe that line of what will work and what will destroy this whole thing. And if you don't know what will destroy the whole thing, you don't know how far to the left you can drift, Because sometimes in life you just have to sometimes drift on that line. It's just my thoughts again. Yeah, I'm like looking at videos here in the background, looking for other topics to talk about. And yeah, but I fucking know is it again, people just talking about bleak and fucking boring shit. But I see they get like 15k views in 2 days, so maybe I must start talking about depresso shit, Depresso shit, I feel, is where the views are at. Like every day I'm logging onto this shit and it's telling me, you know what, make depressing videos, make some gloomy shit, because that's what the algorithm is liking at the moment, and it's fucking scary. So if this video found you and yeah, it was able to instill some hope, reignite some fucking drive, some passion for you to go out there and try again, then I'm fucking glad that this found you and not one of these 10 other videos I'm seeing here in the background. But yeah, all the best, like, comment, and subscribe.